Welcome back to DinaLicious 101. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my version of lemon pepper chicken. Keep watching. Now let's go over the ingredients that you're going to need. Half a teaspoon, that's the smallest spoon in your measuring spoons, of cayenne pepper. 2 tablespoons of dried cilantro, or you can use a handful of fresh. Half a tablespoon of adobo. 1 tablespoon of rosemary. Half a teaspoon of salt. Only because I'm using other salt, I'm not really using much of this one. Half a tablespoon of pepper. Half a tablespoon of lemon pepper salt. 2 Sazon Goya packets. And 1 whole stick of melted butter. Now I only melt this for about 30 seconds, so just so it's easy to massage into the chicken. Now I'm using boned chicken breast, and for this dish I highly recommend that you leave the skin on the chicken, because when we cook it, the whole point of it that's going to make this taste good is going to be the skin. So I'm using that. And then as a side dish, today I'm going to be using some zucchinis and cherry tomatoes. Totally up to you, whatever side dishes you want, but this is what I'm using today. The juice of 2 whole lemons. And I think that's it. So let's get started, guys. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our lemon juice onto our chicken. And this recipe, just FYI, is really good for like a barbecue as well. So now we're going to put in our lemon pepper salt. So today I'm using 8 pieces. I'm going to make sure you get every piece covered. I'll put the pepper. We're going to put our rosemary. Our salt. Our adobo. Our little bit of cayenne pepper. And if you have small kids, you don't need to use this, you could skip this part, but I'm not putting enough to make this spicy. I'm actually just putting enough to give it a little kick. And our 2 tablespoons of cilantro. And then we have our melted butter, which we are going to pour onto our chicken. And we have our 2 packets of Sazon Goya. You want to make sure you spread it evenly. And once you have everything in there, if you want to use a spoon to mix this up to you. I prefer to mix in by hand. I feel like it gets the ingredients more distributed. You want to make sure you massage it onto your chicken and make sure that, like I said before, every piece is well coated with all the ingredients that we just mixed in. You're gonna have like little chunks of butter, and that's okay. You want that because those little chunks of butter is what's going to help us fry the chicken. And you see that garlicky butter? This is what's going to give our chicken a really good flavor. Alright, I'm going to let this marinate for about 30 minutes before I start to cook it. And I'm going to move on to my veggies while I wait for this to marinate. Keep watching. Now I'm going to get started on chopping up our veggies for the side dish. Now should you guys decide to do the same side dish, I'll show you guys how I'm going to cut it. So first I'm going to cut it the long way. Then I'm going to cut it in half. Then I'm going to make almost like long pieces like this to go along with the cherry tomatoes. Usually I'm big on bite size, but not today. And the way that we're going to cook these today is I'm kind of going to stir fry them in some of the sauce that I prepared for the chicken. So I'm going to take a little bit of the leftover butter and stir fry these. But if you guys are doing my recipe to barbecue, I would just say put them plain, maybe season them with a little bit of Sazon and adobo. So I'm going to get started. Oh, and your cherry tomatoes you want to cook separate because we want these to be a little fried and the cherry tomatoes are going to be juicy. So we're going to put them in separate. Alright, let's get started. Keep watching. It is time to put our chicken to cook. Now I have been preheating my stove up. I'm around a 6. I'm probably going to lower it once it starts cooking. But our marinade is done. So we're going to start putting our pieces in here. Now this cooks fairly quickly. It's not a dish that you're going to have to wait hours on end. Look at that butter. So chicken is now in. I'm going to cover up all these pots. And I left a little bit of the butter for the veggies. My rice is already cooking. I'm going to clean up a little bit whatever's spilled. Keep watching. Alright, so I'm checking up on my chicken. For the most part, it's done. I turned off 2 of the pots already. Only this one that has a little extra juice. But in the butter that the chicken was cooked, what we are going to do is we are going to drop our zucchinis and we're going to fry them there. And if you're familiar with zucchini, you know they don't take a long time to cook. We're going to let them cook in the oil for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to put some of the oil that I saved from my mixing bowl, and I'm going to put it in here. So I'm going to cover this up. Let that cook for a bit. This is pretty much done, and when you make it, you want to make sure that it dries up. Usually I'm big on sauces, but not for this dish. Want it a little more dry. So I turned everything off already. As far as the chicken goes, my rice is ready. The only thing I'm waiting for at this point are the veggies, and that's pretty much it. So I put the veggies to cook. Remember, I still have my cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna put those in all the way towards the end because I don't want them to be super mushy. And then I'll do the final product. All right, guys, keep watching. And this is our final product. Take a look. There's our chicken with our zucchini and cherry tomatoes with some rice and a few lemon slices if you'd like to add a little more lemon to your chicken. As always, thank you so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for new videos each week. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook. My cooking page is DinaLicious Cooking 101. Thank you for watching. Bye!